Okay, I like the fact that you're not saying we're gonna get you to, 7, 8 figures, you know what I'm saying? How some people be saying online, so I definitely respect that. And my listeners, they definitely value transparency. So yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
how could they actually do they have to like apply? How do they get in contact?
How you get in contact? You can reach out to me on Instagram. Matter of fact, what I want you to do, bro, what's your guys on your pocket? What y'all call yourself? Cat.
It's a cat podcast. I don't know if we named like a tribe or anything yet, but
All
yeah,
right.
cat podcast.
All right, cool. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to text me Cat. If you
Okay.
interested in what I'm talking about, text me Cat. You're gonna text that to 903. I'm hoping you're gonna drop a link somewhere around so we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
go ahead.
I'm gonna drop. Don't worry. Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. Text Cat CAT to 903-474-2594. And we'll go ahead and have everything right there with you. We'll jump on the call, see what your goals are, see if it makes sense. If we align, we'll move forward. If we don't align, cool, you can jump on. We definitely have some free master classes. If I'm mistaken, we having one tonight. So whenever we get those opportunities, you can definitely jump on, see some testimonials, see and talk about more strategies in real estate where people making $70,000 being as passive as possible. People actually getting in and doing wholesaling, people actually getting in and doing fix and flip. You actually see some people who actually walked away from their jobs doing the same thing that we're teaching, right? So it'll be some cool little stories, good little time to ask some questions as well. More of a live settings where you're able to ask those questions that might be hindering you from getting into real estate or keeping you from pushing into a new career or making money on the side, right? In my opinion, I think real estate is the best side hustle out there. For one, we own a piece of real estate. They can't never take that away. Regardless of
Yeah.
what happened, we still own the house. So as long as you buying right, you always in a great spot. You can always sell tomorrow and still make money. So again, if you want to reach me, text CAT to 903-474-2594. You can find me there.
That better be the number. It ain't wrong number, right? No, I'm playing.
Bro,
But
let me double check. You got me tripping
hey,
now.
man.
I know
How we
for a
still
fact.
rolling?
903-474-2594. Yeah, I'm right. I'm on point.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it below in the YouTube description, the podcast description, everything, so y'all can definitely tap in. I'm gonna leave Josh's information as well. So that masterclass, how often is it? Is it like weekly or something, or how does it
Typically,
work?
we have one every week, bro. It's probably gonna
Okay.
stop doing every week. We probably go to more maybe once a week type deal. We kind of still tweaking the system as far as how we teaching people. Of course, in order to rock with us in real estate so big, a lot of times we want to get a good feel for us, and we want you to have a good feel for us. So literally, we got to at least spend 2 hours with you doing something. So
Gotcha.
literally, we're gonna hold your hand and get a good feel for you and see if it's a good fit. See if everything aligned, we'll rock. If not, then
Gotcha.
cool. Yeah,
Gotcha.
every week right
Gotcha.
now, but yeah, we'll probably move it to once a month type deal.
Okay. They don't shoot. They only need 1 hour. They already done spent 1 hour here. You feel me? So, so
Got you, got you, got you.
they shouldn't overthink. Nah, but so I was gonna ask you. What was I gonna ask you? I was basically gonna say, as far as getting into it, what what are traits of people that like you don't work with? Because I want to make sure that it's the right fit for them, just so that it's not just a bunch of people that's not qualified.
Bro, the biggest trait is being coachable. I think is as long as
Okay.
you coach, we can do something. Um,
Mhm.
Ideally, to be successful in this, you either need to have hustle or a little bit of time. When you first get started, you're gonna need a combination of both. So if you committed to putting in an hour or two,
Mhm.
not only with coaching calls but into your business, maybe a couple $100 a month type deal. It shouldn't be too expensive to get your first deal. Truthfully, we can go ahead and get you rocking that way. But literally, we teach you the ways to have people literally sending you land deals day in, day out, where you evaluate and land. That way you got a good feel. You only buy the deals that make sense to you. We're not going out to a different spot. So as long as you jump in, we're gonna hold your hand. We're gonna put you in the right spots to actually get a deal. With that five houses that we bought, we literally didn't do any work. My guy sent the deal over like, hey, y'all want this? Like, yeah, let's do it. And let's get it at 100,000 instead of 140. Literally, that's kind of how that thing worked out. So literally, we hold your hands. We put you in that position to really and truly be the investor and sit up. I wouldn't say sit up at the top, but sit in a position where deals continue to flow to you and you get to evaluate money making opportunities left and right instead of being in there and not having evaluated one deal in 6 months. Like we don't want that
Yeah.
at all.
Gotcha. So is it like a ongoing thing? Is it like a year? Like how
So
does it work?
it's a 6 month program, but literally we
Gotcha.
stay with you until you get your first deal, right? So depending on
I
how
like
fast
that.
you're active, one of my guys, he just got $140,000 in funding. So he just put in his earnest money on his lot. Like he ready.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So depending on how fast you want to actually get into it, a lot of times people get an analysis paralysis. I promise you, if you
Hmm.
just lean on us for the hard things, the understanding things like that, we'll get you to the finish line. But we need to find a builder, we need to find the land, we need to make sure that you're building in the right areas. It's going to make sense. And we got lenders that we work with that can get you financing pretty much anywhere in the U.S. to kind of get you the money you need to start building.
Okay, cool. So what would you say are, if any, some common misconceptions that people have?
Thinking that the deal just gonna come to them just because they pay for mentorship.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, definitely. So like we're here
Yeah,
to evaluate deals, but we won't just go find a deal and throw it to you. Now, of
yeah,
course, if you're in my city and I got something to come to me, I'm always gonna push that to the group as I'm turning down deals, seeing if anybody else want it. But one thing, mentorship don't guarantee results. We need action takers.
press.
That's
Hmm.
the biggest thing. I need an action taker. The people who rock with me, like the guy who just put his lot in, he just got his lot. He started with me a year ago, went through funding, taught him the business game, started getting business cards in his card. I mean, getting cards in his business name. So I running a Toro play, quit his 9 to 5, entrepreneur ever since, invested even more to jump into the real estate side. Now he's taking even more action. Guys
Hmm.
like that come in and get active, they get results. So
Hmm.
this isn't for people who looking for something to be spoon fed, not at all.
Hmm.
If you're willing to put in a little work, you're willing to get a little sweaty, evaluating some land, going and walking it, seeing if the elevation is good, seeing if it's deep and dipping down, seeing how much dirt work it's going to be, or whatever the case may be. If you're willing to actually go do that, then you can rock with us. If you just want to attend the Zoom calls and then go pay for somebody else coaching and things like, it's probably not the good fit. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
get with me, listen, take action on what I'm saying, and let's get it.
Hmm. Definitely. Okay, so when they get in the program, you said sometimes people come into where they get the funding and then they get into the program.
So
Are you taking people on those levels?
a few people like they can only afford the funding at a certain point, right? So they sign up for the funding. Once they get a certain amount of funding, they like, all right, Josh, I want to invest into the next one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we literally take them just kind of like how you do, you go from credit restoration, teaching people how to clean their credit, and then we go to the
Yeah.
funding side.
Yeah,
It's,
definitely.
it's now we take it from the funding. Since I already had a small community of funders, a lot of them wanted into the real estate because they didn't know what to do with the money once they got their hands on it. So they literally
Hmm.
sitting on 70, 80,000 and just a screenshot on the cell phone. You know what I mean? Like they're not doing
Hmm.
anything. So ultimately, we took them, and those people are action takers already because they already got the results. They believe in the
Hmm.
system. They believe in what we talking about. So we just take them and move them into that next direction, bro. So literally, that's all you need to do. Be coachable. We run it. Be coachable, and we run it.
Gotcha.